President Duterte drawing criticism yet again, this time for his statement on extrajudicial killings. Before we get into the reactions, let's hear again exactly what Mr. Duterte said. Here's the president in his own words.
I will talk to a political exercise now. What are your sins? Ako, sabi ko sa military, anong kasalanan ko? Nagnakaw ba ako dyan? Ni piso? Tino. Did I prosecute somebody na pinakulong ko? Ang kasalanan ko lang, yung mga extrajudicial killing.
Human rights groups have jumped at the apparent admission, saying the administration's bloody war on drugs has resulted in more than 13,000 summary executions. But government data show only about 4,000 deaths in anti-drug operations. Malacanang has repeatedly said these killings were not state-sanctioned. The president's statements drawing reactions both here and abroad. United Nations Special Rapporteur Agnes Calamard describes Mr. Duterte's remark as, quote, extraordinary statement by a head of state. Calamard was supposed to look into the alleged EJ case in the country last year, but this fell through after she rejected the Philippine government's conditions for the probe. Former Solicitor General Florin Hilbay also tweeted a reaction. He tagged the International Criminal Court and wrote, quote, here's the President of the Republic of the Philippines making a public admission of crimes under your jurisdiction. Please act as soon as possible. The palace quick to clarify President Duterte's latest remark on these controversial killings. Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Sal Panelo says the president's statement was taken out of context. Panelo says it was not an admission of guilt because Mr. Duterte has consistently denied that extrajudicial killings in the country are state-sponsored.
Ibig sabihin ni Presidente, ang tanging kasalanan niya, yung akusasyon sa kanya tungkol doon sa extrajudicial killing. You should take in context what the president is saying. Kinumpisahan niya, ano bang kasalanan ko? Kumaga, ano bang ang mga akusasyon sa akin? Nagnakaw ba ako sa inyo? Hindi. Ang kasalanan ko lang, he is referring now to the accusation against him of extrajudicial killing. Bisaya si Presidente, hindi naman niya Manileño.
In a radio interview, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says Mr. Duterte was not serious about his remark and should not be taken literally. Roque adds Duterte only wanted to point out that he was not a corrupt leader. Meantime, former Senator Jinggoy Estrada and Ilocos Norte Governor Amy Marcos talk about national issues, including high prices of goods. Speaking to CNN Philippines, these likely senatorial bets also share their thoughts about the arrest of Senator Antonio Trillanes.
Let the court decide about it.
Governor Amy?
Yeah, it's legal. It's legal. I'm a little tired of it. I think we should focus on really important issues like inflation.
Senator Jinggoy, you are running for the Senate, right? You've made up your mind.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. And Governor Amy?
Ako yung magulo.
Sige, kwento mo.
Tatakbo.
Tatakbo? Okay.
Hanggat may lupa, tatakbo eh. Talaga. Hindi, magulo pa rin kami sa Ilocos Norte. Yung mga anak namin ayaw magsitakbo. So that's our issue. And I've been avoiding the Senate for so long.
In a television show, and he was saying that this is probably the first time two siblings are running for the Senate at the same time. My problem is I don't have the luxury of name recall. But you, Senator Jinggoy, you of course you used your father's screen name, Estrada, for which he's very popular. But JV uses Ejercito. How do you react to that when he talks like that?
Yeah, I'm my father's son. From the very start when I entered politics in 1988, I had already legalized my surname in court. So all my official documents states that my surname is already Estrada.
Okay.
So when I ran for vice mayor, mayor, and eventually senator, my official documents bear the name of Estrada.
Okay, so para bang brand name siya? And you know, the implication is that that's the reason why you're doing well in the surveys? Because
Well,
Estrada ang dala mo.
of course.
Not only that, right?
Not only that.
But because you've been in the Senate much longer.
I've been in the Senate
no?
for 12 years, interrupted by 2 years. Siguro my record will speak for itself. I have, modesty aside, have passed several bills that was enacted into law.
May sinabi pa rin si JV, no? Sabi niya, and I quote, "I'm now in the party of my father, but I might leave the party and join the NPC. It doesn't look good that two siblings will be running for the same party." He's leaving the PMP. Does your father know that? Did he consult your father? Did he consult you about this?
I don't think he consulted my father. In fact, he watched the interview of Senator JV this morning, and he was so surprised. And you know, Pia.
Your father watched the interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, Pia, even if I'm the last man standing in PMP, even if I'm a lone member of the PMP, I cannot abandon my father.
Do you think President Duterte can or should declare martial law, Senator Jinggoy?
I don't think so.
No.
Only in Mindanao.
Okay.
In
Governor
Mindanao,
Ami.
they're over the moon. They wanted to
Yes.
remain
Yeah.
there. It's really helping them,
Okay.
and it's extremely popular measure.
But a nation, martial law part 2, in a sense, nationwide.
well, the conditions don't require.
If you do make it to the Senate, no, what kind of legislation are you talking about? And keep in mind that there is this latest survey. You know, people's concerns now are about, you know, the rising prices, inflation, wages, etc. Senator Jinggoy.
Ako yun. Kasi Ilocana ako. Galit ako sa
Ano,
high
ladies
prices.
first ba? Gusto daw niya sumagot
Hindi.
muna eh.
Wala.
Ha?
Ako, all pro-poor laws that I will enact in the Senate. If you remember, I had passed this kasambahay bill,
Right.
which caters to 2.5 million kasambahay, which benefits 2.5 million kasambahays all over the country. And I intend to strengthen the LGUs and strengthen yung ating mga overseas Filipino
Yeah.
workers.
LGs, would you go for federalism? Yes or no?
Well, that has to be discussed thoroughly.
Okay. Governor Aimee, would you go for federalism?
Yes, I think the
Yes.
principle really allows the local governments to be stronger and freer. Pero right now, it's all philosophical, diba? It's
Yeah.
all theory. So until I see the meat
Yeah.
on the bones, ewan.
Oo.
Pero yung high prices, that's my thing. Siyempre, where I come from, ngayon ang taas-taas ng bigas. Kung umaangal kami sa Ilocos at sa Norte na nagtatanim ng bigas,
Yeah.
kung kami umaangal sa presyo ng pagkain, parang pa yung Manila.
So in terms of
we need to
yeah.
do a great deal, really strengthen the farmers, mechanize the farms, bring back a true NFA, buwagin na itong sham NFA na narito.
Catch the full interview of Jinggoy Estrada and Aimee Marcos on the replays of On the Record. That's tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Heads up, Maynilad customers, a rate hike will take effect next month. The Metro Manila Waterworks and Sewerage System approved Maynilad's rebasing adjustment from 2018 to 2022. The rate hike of 5 pesos and 73 centavos will be staggered in 4 years beginning October 1st. The MWSS also approved the foreign currency differential adjustment of 37 centavos per cubic meter for the fourth quarter. This means household consuming 10 cubic meters a month will pay 3 pesos and 66 centavos more. Meantime, an additional 13 pesos and 73 centavos for those consuming 20 cubic meters, and those consuming 30 cubic meters will pay 28 pesos and 10 centavos more. CNN Philippines introduces one of its newest programs, Business Matters. It shows how businesses, big and small, are contributing to nation building by giving hope to many communities. This week, we feature the brave men and women of Lanao del Sur Electric Cooperative, or LASURECO. They fulfill their duties despite the risks in war-torn Marawi City. Over in Lanao del Norte, one Meralco Foundation lights up 4 schools in remote areas. Another remarkable story is about Globe Telecom's TM Football para sa Bayan that trains poor Filipino children. Catch Business Matters hosted by Pinky Webb. The show airs every Saturday at 9 p.m. only here on CNN Philippines. Korean boy band BTS is proving they're the kings of dance challenges. The group is currently in the United States for several appearances. The most notable was when the 7-member boy band took the floor at the United Nations earlier this week. The senator has been holed up in the Senate for 3 weeks now. Our senior correspondent Cecil Ardizabal tells us more.
The deferment of arrest against Senator Antonio Trillanes is a big relief for him. And right now, there will be ongoing celebration inside the office of the senator, and it is expected that he'll be joined by his family, his supporters, his friends, and his lawyers. And definitely, he says that he's now free to go home, and he plans to leave by 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. But for tonight, it's going to be more of a relaxing time. But at the same time, Trillanes said that there's no reason to be complacent from here on. His lawyers will be planning or will be preparing for the October 5 hearing to prove that, one, he applied for an amnesty, and two, that he admitted guilt when he applied for an amnesty. He also wants the court to have Solicitor General Jose Calida invited regarding Trillanes' accusation that Calida stole his amnesty papers. Here's a portion of Trillanes' statement.
It's a big relief, not only for me, but more importantly, for the whole justice system, the democratic institutions na inuphold ng isang Judge Soriano na despite all the pressures ay tinindigan niya kung ano yung tama at nararapat at dinaan niya sa proseso.
Also this afternoon, Attorney Rene Sagisag went inside to visit Senator Trillanes. He did not divulge what he had discussed with the senator. He said he's not part of his legal team, but he mentioned that Trillanes once consulted him in 2007 for his plans during that time to run for the Senate. And also, it is also expected that on Monday, Senator Trillanes will be doing his normal duties as a senator. Is expected to attend the usual session, and he said that he's going to pursue investigations against the alleged involvement of Special Assistant to the President Bongo on the controversial frigates deal. And he said that Trillanes said that he's also going to pursue investigations against Solgen Calida on his alleged involvement or the accusation regarding his family's security firm. Cecil Ardizabal, CNN Philippines.